My name's Roo Abrook and I'm a collage artist. I'm working predominantly with portraits of women and children, and I'm working on the We Shine project with Thomas Buckley, who was my mentor last year. So that's great to work together again. This year on We Shine 22, I'm working on a project that is called Our Kind of Wonderful. It's based on 4 characters that come from Portsmouth. So we've got 4 characters that I've made a mural of, and Thomas has made a short movie that's going to go over the top of that. Our Kind of Wonderful mural is basically a set of 4 boards that are put together as a wall, and the viewer is asked to interact with the boards by putting their face through the hole in the wall, like the kind of boards that you get at the end of the pier or a fun fair. So the first character that I looked at was a suffragette woman who lived in Cosham, and she actually did the pilgrimage, which was travelling on foot up to London. She was really proactive in working for women's rights and women's welfare in Portsmouth and Southsea. Some of the other characters are sourced from different places. One is quite a funny one. One is my own one that I remember, a monkey on the front of a bicycle. That was from the 60s through to the 80s, and it was a guy that lived in Hunter Road called Mr. Knipes. He was the owner of Susie and used to ride around on a bicycle with her. Another character was a lady called Hannah Snell, and she didn't particularly live in Portsmouth, but she's connected to Portsmouth from the dockyard. She took her brother-in-law's name, dressed up as a man, and became a Marine. Last character I looked at was Alice Marie Hayes, and she was a woman, quite a well-off person, I'd say. She was married to a vet and she travelled the world. She was a keen horse rider, and she was well known for riding zebras out in Africa. So had quite a fascinating life when I looked her up. She wasn't particularly connected to Portsmouth in her younger life, but she's buried in Highland Road Cemetery, so I couldn't find the connection of why that was, but that's the way that she's connected, and her grave is by the tree that looks like a mammoth, if anyone wants to go and have a look, just opposite there. So I thought that was quite fascinating. It would have been quite unusual for that time for a woman to have gone and done that. I think as an artist, when you're doing your research, those visual images are coming into your head, so you're thinking, where can I go with this character and what can I produce? I guess it's kind of giving someone who might not have been remembered and they're like long forgotten, giving them a bit of exposure and bringing them back to life a little bit, which is what my work's about. I'm quite often working with old antique materials and looking at old photographs and redrawing people that are no longer here, and because I look at beauty and youth and time, so I think it ties in quite nicely with the work that I normally do. So the mural's actually going to be up at St Mary's Church in Fratton, outside of the church. So you can come along and pop your head through the hole and become a character, a reinvented character on the mural, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it.